electricity and heat.
So I am doing the history of hydroelectricity. 2,000 years ago, the Greeks used water to power their water wheels to grind grain and other materials, mainly grain just to use to eat bread, stuff like that, and the flour. Early Americans in the 1700s used water to power their mills to saw lumber, to build houses, usual stuff. In the 1800s, scientists figured out how to use water from rivers to spin a turbine inside a generator to produce electricity, and soon after the first direct current hydropower plant in the U.S. was built on the Fox River near Appalachian. That's not spelled right. Wisconsin. The plant created enough electricity at the time to power 250 lights. No pictures. Oh, next. Next. No. Next. Next. Yeah. There. Following the discovery using water to spin a turbine, hundreds of hydroelectricity power plants were built around the world. Several dams were built in the United States from producing hydroelectric power. According to the U.S. Departments of Energy, the following plants were built in 1896. The Niagara Falls hydropower plant. Next picture. Located on the Niagara River, it was opened in 1936. The Hoover Dam hydropower plant on the Colorado River started operating in 1936. The Hoover Dam hydropower plant on the Colorado River started operating. In 1941, the largest hydroelectric dam, the Grand Coulee on the Columbia River, started operating. By the 1940s, nearly half of the electricity in the United States came from hydropower. Today, there are hydroelectric power plants in 34 states producing 52% of the total renewable electricity used in the United States. The history of the hydropower came a long way from ancient Greece grinding grain to hydropower plants from producing electricity today. Hydropower is the best renewable source that. Wait. Oh, sorry. I didn't.
so the process of hydroelectricity is that there are some pretty small dams in the U.S. and not a lot of them produce electricity, but most of them do. So along the coast, Washington, California, and Oregon are the ones that produce the most electricity using hydropower in the United States. So taller dams, the more the water has to fall, it produces more electricity. And any extra water that the reservoir can't, or not the reservoir, the dam can't produce right away, it goes back into a reservoir and it's saved for later. And 90% of water is used and only 10% is pumped back to the reservoir.
Okay, I have pros and cons. Hydropower is the largest renewable energy source. In 2011, it had 160 countries using hydropower. source of energy, and there are 3 types of hydropower. And hydropower is the cleanest, reliable, renewable, and affordable. And that was said by Catherine McMorris Rogers. And today it costs $1.1 billion. The pros outweigh the cons because there's more hydropower now in the world than any other source. And yeah.
So this is the present and future. And
Careful. She was kind of going over there.
right now, it costs $1.1 billion for the dam. Yeah. But in the future, it is said, there is said to be a future device that can harness energy from ocean waves and tidal waves. And the ocean is like a big battery, a huge collector, and we can tap it in many places, said Marley Simons. Does anybody have any questions?
Hannah, you mentioned there's 3 types. You know what the 3 types are of hydropower?
I have a question. Where's your bibliography?